stop. Is that
Okay,
all I
Mataji.
told?
Okay,
I didn't
Mataji.
want to cancel. I told Sharanya Mataji I didn't want to cancel because I feel bad. Thank
No
you so much.
problem. Yeah, see, Mataji, it should be fine. Yeah.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. All devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. I'll start Kirtan.
Mataji.
Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Gokulananda Radha Gokulananda Radha Gokulananda Sri Radhe Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman Jaya Radha Landaneshwara Radha Landaneshwara Radha Landaneshwara Sri Radhe Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Sri Radhe Jaya Panchatattva Jaya Panchatattva Jaya Panchatattva Jaya Panchatattva Jaya Gauranitai 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 Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Shila Prabhupada Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Thank you, everyone. Please accept my humble obeisances, all devotees. Hare Krishna Saurav Prabhuji, thank you for joining. Hare Krishna Radha Sevika Mataji, thank you for joining. Asha Mataji, thank you for joining. Sridhar Prabhu and Amo Prabhu, thank you so much. I will try. Today I chose chapter 9, verse 22. So I'll
Mataji,
try.
can
Yes,
we
Prabhuji.
do Mangalacharan prayers and then we can start?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Prabhuji, I
Sorry,
forgot.
Mataji.
Yes, sorry. Thank you for reminding. Sorry, Prabhuji.
Okay, Mataji, please.
ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपं कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितां Sorry. Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakanitamsham He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Sri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Eva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा Thank you for reminding Prabhuji. Thank you, Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, are you able to share? I am going to read from the book.
Yes, Mataji, which one thing you want to share?
Chapter 9, verse 22, Prabhuji. Ananya Sintayantamam.
Okay, Mataji, 1 second. Chapter 9.
22, Prabhuji, verse.
Yeah. Can you see, Mataji? Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Guru Maharaj. I will try my best to do whatever I can, Prabhuji. Please forgive me for my mistakes, and I'm not
Mataji,
so good
please
in.
take away things and don't. I know you give
Okay.
this class,
Can
but
you hear me, Prabhuji?
sorry, Mataji.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Mataji. Yeah.
Okay, Prabhuji. Ananya Sin. Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Chapter 9, verse 22. Ananya Sintayanto Mam Ejana Paryupasate Tesham Nityabhiyuktanam Yogakshemam Mahamyaham. Ananya Sintayanto Mam Ejana Paryupasate Tesham Nityabhiyuktanam Yogakshemam Mahamyaham. Ananya Sintayanto Mam Ejana Paryupasate Tesham Nityabhiyuktanam Yogakshemam Mahamyaham. For two words synonyms. Ananya, having no other object. Chintayaha, Chintayantaha, concentrating Mam on me, yeah, those who Janaha, persons, Paryupasate, properly worship, Tesham, of them, Nitya, always, Abhiyuktanam, fixed in devotion, Yoga, requirements, Kshemam, protection, Vahami, carry, Aham, I. Translation: but those who always worship me with exclusive devotion, meditating on my transcendental form, to them I carry what they lack, and I preserve what they have. Purport by His Divine Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. One who is unable to live for a moment without Krishna consciousness, Krishna consciousness cannot but think of Krishna 24 hours a day. Being engaged in devotional service by hearing, chanting, remembering, offering prayers, worshipping, serving the lotus feet of the Lord, rendering other services, cultivating friendship, and surrendering fully to the Lord. Such activities are all auspicious and full of spiritual potencies, which make the devotee perfect in self realization, so that his only desire is to achieve the association of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Such a devotee undoubtedly approaches the Lord without difficulty. This is called yoga. By the mercy of the Lord, such a devotee never come back to this material condition of life. Kshema refers to the merciful protection of the Lord. The Lord helps the devotee to achieve Krishna consciousness by yoga, and when he becomes fully Krishna conscious, the Lord protects him from falling down to a miserable conditioned life. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Actually, this is a very beautiful verse and one of the important verse in Bhagavad Gita. In this verse, Srila Prabhupada is in his translation explains, but those who worship me with the devotion, meditating on my transcendental form, to them I carry what they lack and preserve what they have. So that means one who is constantly in, worshipping Lord with full devotion, and they always meditate and doesn't mind whatever they do, whatever activities they do. They are in the grahastha. They have to do lots of activities, to preserve and maintain the family life. Srila Prabhupada never said you have to give up your family life. Even Lord Krishna everywhere mentions that. He never said that you have to give up your life. Give up your family life and come out and, take sannyasa, go meditating in the forest. Never said that. He always suggested that his instructions were always be in the family and you think of me and uh, do devotional service. Then you are always, you can come back to me. So we can see in the material world grahasthas and grahamedis. Grahamedi means Prabhupada gave us a good example. Grahamedis are always thinking about how to make money, how to keep their family very happy, and that's so they work. Actually, we have 24 hours per day, but they work nearly 15 hours like that. They actually, according to I have heard from the senior devotees explaining that we have to work only 8 hours. 8 hours should be the working time. Then 8 hours we have to do all other activities, including the devotional service. Only the remaining 6 hours we can sleep. So 2 hours we have to spend on our devotional service minimum in the daytime. So, but Krishna's devotees who has taken the path of devotional service, they try to balance both the material life and the spiritual life. So, and it doesn't matter they are in the office, they are in the working place. Their mind will be always thinking about Krishna, Krishna's pastime, and his transcendental activities, or even sometimes Srila Prabhupada says, if we read books, Srila Prabhupada's and Krishna's words like Sri Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, If we even remember those verses, or if we can think of translation or anything, any activities, that is also one of the devotional service. So in here, devotional service means in the purport, Srila Prabhupada has mentioned hearing, chanting, remembering, offering prayers, worshipping, serving the lotus feet of the Lord, and rendering all other services. Actually, we all know, we have heard many times, there are 9 processes of devotional services, where we can at least adopt one of them. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam. So we have known in the past, with the this out of these 9 devotional services, at least if we choose to do one, like Shravana Kirtana, we are doing all the time in our group. We have in our sangha, we have daily, japa we do. When we do loudly, it is beneficial for everybody. So we can hear also, we can do the shravana, and we can do the kirtana both together. So when we do all together loudly, then it is so beautiful, it is becomes kirtana, sankirtana. So even Srila Prabhupada says many times, when we chant loudly, even the non the small insects, anything which we don't see in our eyes. There are so many entities living in this material world. So we can see them minute, we cannot see them in our eyes, but even they can be liberated, they can be also, they can get even the good planets. So this is so beneficial. That's what Srila Prabhupada always encourages to chant loudly. And Amuk Prabhu, His Grace Amuk Prabhu always says, can you please chant loudly, so that, it's nice to chant loudly, so that we can focus also and we can hear each other. And Kirtanam, Shravanam, we can give example of Parikshit Maharaj. So we know, all of us know how Parikshit Maharaj, ended up in 7 days. He was cursed by a takshak. I mean a Brahman boy, and he Shamik Maharaj, Shamik Rishi, I think so. So he got cursed because Brahman boy cursed him that he will die within 7 days. With the bite of takshaka serpent. So we all know that story. I don't want to go in deep depth to that one. So what happened then? When he realized that he has only 7 days to live, then he gave up everything, and he was such a renounced. He was such a great devotee of the Lord that he didn't even think twice that, oh, I'm going to leave my wife, I'm going to leave children, I'm going to leave the palace, all the. He didn't think. His only inquiry was how to get liberated within the 7 days. And he started inquiring, and all of us know that he came across with Shukadeva Goswami ji. And Shukadeva Goswami agreed to, after he knew, because he is a great sage, and he is a liberated soul as well. He is one of the great devotee of the Lord, Shukadeva Goswami. So he agreed to give him, Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam, pastimes of the Lord. So he said, with this only you can go back to Lord Krishna. So 7 days without drinking, without eating, without sleeping, he was hearing, and Shukadeva Goswami was keep on explaining Bhagavatam. So he is one of the um, Kirtaniya. So these are the 2 best examples: Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam. We can say, we all know, Prahlad Maharaj. He himself is known as Bhakta Prahlad Maharaj, Bhakta Shiromani. So we all know, at his very young age, very, very small age, he could see Lord. Because of him only, Lord has to come in the form of Narasimha. So different form, and the body of human, and head, lion. So we know the unalloyed devotion for of Lord, the Prahlad Maharaj towards Lord. He was always thinking about the Lord. So that is why he was being protected all the time. So So there are so many other examples also. We can see he's one of the best one. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Pada Sevanam. We all know that Lakshmi Devi is always at the feet of Lord, and she serves. Her thinking is always serving Lord. So Pada Sevanam, worshipping, deity worship. We can see Prithu Maharaj. He's the best example of Prithu Maharaj. Shravanam Kirtam Vishnu Pad Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Pada Sevanam Archanam. So I think Akrura offered beautiful prayers to Lord. Archana is this one, Prithu Maharaj. Archanam, Sravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Sparanam Pada Sevanam, Archanam Vandanam, Dasyam. We know this one, Hanumanji. He is always in the mode of serving the feet of the Lord. Dasyam. Padase Atma Nivedanam. We know the Bali Maharaj. So there are best examples. Even out of all these 9 processes of devotional service, Amrish Maharaj is the best example for all those 9 devotional services. I think it comes in the ninth canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. We all know how he was protected by this one. What is his name? Durvasa Muni. He was a great sage, and he was very famous for his anger, but his mystic power and anger. But in front of him, though he tried to kill Amrish Maharaj was protected by Lord, because he was always remembering. He was doing everything, all the 9 process of devotional service he was doing. So there is a beautiful verse in Canto 9. I don't want to go through with that. It comes in Bhagavadgita also, one of the example in the chapter. So we all know, and the Lord always says he protects the devotees, and he always thinks of devotees. One who is thinking of um, Lord all the time, 24 hours. So Lord is always protecting them, and he is also thinking about them. So there are so many examples also we can see in the past. And there is one beautiful verse when Durvasa Muni went to take shelter of when the demon came chasing him. Not sorry, when the what is that called as Lord gave him this Sudarshana Chakra, because of his unflinching devotion. Ambarish Maharaj, the Sudarshan Chakra was always there in his palace, though they cannot see with their eyes. It was always there. So when this Durvasa Muni started troubling, Amrish Maharaj tried to give him trouble and tried to kill him with all his mystic power. So this Sudarshan Chakra started chasing him, and this Durvasa Muni, with this mystic power, he could go anywhere within a fraction of seconds. So he first went to Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva said, "I cannot protect you, I cannot help you, because he is a great Vaishnava." So Amrish Maharaj is a great Vaishnava. I cannot do anything. He is a Lord's devotee. Then he come to Lord Brahma. So Lord Brahma also said the same thing. When he comes to Lord Vishnu says, "So I cannot protect. I can do anything for you, but when something happens to my devotee, somebody annoys, or somebody does anything, upset them, or they do aparad, I can't help it. So you have to go back and to my devotee, and please ask forgiveness with him. He will definitely forgive you." So he never took any, Amrish Maharaj was so liberated. He was so good. He cannot keep anything in the mind. Anyway, finally he protects him. There is a beautiful verse in Canto 9, 4th chapter, 68th verse. Sadhavo hridayam mahyam sadhunam hridayam tva aham mad anyatena jananti naham tebhyo managapi. The translation: the pure devotee is always within the core of my heart, and I am always in the heart of the pure devotee. My devotees do not know anything else but me, and I do not know anything else but them. This verse I like so much. It's so very, very nice to hear how the Lord is after the devotees. So, in the purport, Prabhupada has explained very nicely. Since Durvasa Muni wanted to chastise Maharaj Amrish, it is to be understood that he wanted to give pain to the heart of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. For the Lord says, Sadhavo Hridayam Mayhyam. The pure devotee is always within the heart, core of my heart. So Lord says, the Lord's feelings are like those of a father who feels pain when his child is in pain. Therefore, offenses at the lotus feet of a devotee are serious. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gives a very good example here. Uh, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has a very strong very strongly recommended that one should not commit any offense at the lotus feet of a devotee. Such offenses are compared to a mad elephant because when a mad elephant enters a garden, it causes devastation. Therefore, one should be extremely careful not to commit offenses at the lotus feet of a pure devotee. Actually, Amarish Maharaj was not at all at fault, but Durvasa Muni unnecessarily wanted to chastise him on flimsy grounds. Maharaj Amrish wanted to complete the Ekadashi Parana as part of devotional service to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and therefore he drank a little water. But although Durvasa Muni was a great mystic Brahmana, he did not know what is what. That is the difference between a pure devotee and a so-called learned scholar of Vedic knowledge. The way devotees, being always situated in the core of the Lord's heart, surely get all instructions directly from the Lord as confirmed by the Lord himself in the Bhagavadgita, chapter 10, 11th verse. तेषाम् एवानुकम्पार्थम् अहम् अज्ञानजां तमः नाशयामि आत्मभावस्तो ज्ञानदीपेन भास्वता. Out of compassion for them, I, dwelling in their hearts, destroy with the shining lamp of knowledge the darkness born of ignorance. The devotee does not do anything not sanctioned by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and it is said, Vaishnavera Kriya Mudra Vijnehana Bhujaha. Even the most learned or experienced person cannot understand the movements of a Vaishnava, of a pure devotee. So we can see from this verse that how much Lord is, uh, after the love and affection and devotion. He don't want anything from us. Actually, Lord Krishna, he has everything. He is giving everything. He is the creator. He is the maintainer. He is the destruct. He destroy whenever want annihilator. So we know that Krishna is the supreme Lord. It is all been confirmed everywhere. Even after hearing Bhagavad Gita, Lord's instructions. Uh, Arjuna says, Param Brahma, Param Dhamma, Pavitram, Paramam Bhavam. He accepts Lord as a supreme personality of Godhead, and he says that I agree whatever you say. So, and I also agree that you are the supreme Lord. And in chapter 10, 8th verse, Krishna says himself, he agrees himself, and he instructs Arjuna that he is the reason for creation and maintenance, and he is creating everything. Um, Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matta iti matva bhajante mam buddha samanvitaha. He says that he creates everything, all the spiritual and material world, everything is emanating from him, and one who knows this, he will start worshipping Lord Krishna as a supreme all the time with the pure devotion. So we can learn from this verse that yeah, he's really our creator, and finally he is our father also. In our origin, we have our biological father and our parents, but he is the original father. He creates everything. even including Brahma and down to all of us. He is the one giving life, and he is the one maintaining us. So in Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, verse first also states, Vasila Vyasadeva, he is the compiler of Bhagavad-Gita, Bhagavatam, all the Puranas. So when he compiles Srimad Bhagavatam, this is the beautiful prayer he offers to Lord. So Janmadhyasya yato anvayat itarataschaarteshva vijñaswarat tene brahmaradayadikavaye muhyanti yasurayah tejo varimridam vinamayo yatra visargo. I forgot, sorry. I think I knew this, I forgot today. In the translation, Srila Prabhupada says that he is the creator, he is the maintainer, he is unborn, and he is the final truth. And the all the Vedic knowledge been transformed to Lord Brahma through him only. So we have to worship, so we have to accept all the shastras as it is. So this is all coming from the Guru Parampara, where Srila Prabhupada is connected to Guru Parampara. So we have to accept as it is, whatever is given, whatever is said. There is nothing changes, there is no adulteration in this Srila Prabhupada's books. He did everything, he translated everything as it is. There are so many versions of Bhagavad Gita. In India, we can see in one place, Srila Prabhupada mentions that there are 460 versions of Bhagavad Gita. So in India, we can see, even myself, I have come across like a few books, 2-3 books I have read. And when I read Srila Prabhupada's book, wow, this is completely different. So we can see the difference. We get so much of excitement to read and again. So there is a lot of knowledge. There is no adulteration. There is no misinterpretation. So Srila Prabhupada always stress, you have to distribute books. You have to, preach people. Even Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, 69 verse, 18th chapter, he says, one who is, distributing my knowledge, he is very, very dear to me. So that devotee, always I like him. So we all need to try whatever we can. So this is a main thing in this verse as well. 9 chapter 22 verse. We have to have unflinching devotion towards Lord. It doesn't matter whatever we do, whatever we are in a situation. Even poor people also can chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra or say Lord Krishna's name anytime, like at least once a day, twice a day. There is so many pastimes we can see, and there shouldn't be any doubt. I was reading Gita Mahatmya. Um, it, it is I bought one book in the Mayapur. It was it says Gita stories from the Padma Purana, retold and illustrated by Ananta Shaktidas. So Gita Mahatmya was narrated to Mother Parvati by Lord Shiva, and there is another Gita Mahatmya. I think our Amuk Prabhu, he just explained us very well. Varaha Dev is explaining to Bhudevi. So this particular story comes demon of doubts. We should not doubt that Lord is he the supreme? How can he be the supreme? So he's not. We have lots of demigods, worshippers in our India and all over the world now. Even in UK, we can see. So there are our Hindus. We are belongs to Sanatanias, but not Hindus. That word came from I think Muslims. So we should have complete faith in the Lord. Whatever we do, whatever we offer to Lord, there should not be doubt. So there is a beautiful story where Lord Shiva is sharing to Lord Parvati, Goddess Parvati, Mother Parvati. So the demon of doubt. I'm going to read this introductory story. This is for the introduction in Bhagavad Gita. So each chapter has got one beautiful story. What happens if we read Bhagavad Gita daily, or at least one chapter or one verse? So, and also, if we are in doubt, what will happen? Once upon a time, there was a poor Brahmana who lived with his wife in a small cottage. Every day, he would devotedly read the Bhagavad Gita before going out to beg alms. One day, he was studying the ninth chapter and came to this verse. Ananya Sintayanto Mam Ejana Paryupasate Tesham Nityabhiyuktanam Yogakshemam Vahamyaham. Translation: those who always worship me with the exclusive devotion, meditating on my transcendental form. To them I carry what they lack, and I preserve what they have. The demon of doubt suddenly entered the Brahmana's mind, and he seriously questioned the direct meaning of the words. Bhagavan, the Supreme Lord, personally carries and delivers the needs of his devotees. A question mark. He was just doubting. So in his mind there was a big question. So how can that be so? I can understand that he empowers others to fulfill the needs of his devotees, but to do that personally does not sound right to me. This must be a mistake. After much careful thought, the Brahmana took a pen and ink and scratched out the words he considered to be wrong. He then left his house. So we can see here how doubtful he was, and he just underlined that those words. So on that day, wherever the Brahmana went and whichever door he knocked upon, he was not offered a grain of rice or even a pinch of salt. Everybody has had a good reason for refusing him. It seemed as though fate was against him and he was meant to go hungry. In the meantime, while the Brahmana was out, hearing a knock at the door, his wife opened it. To her surprise, a beautiful boy was standing there with a heavy load on his back. So the boy said, "Dear mother, your husband is my guru, and he has sent these foodstuffs for you." The Brahmana's wife replied, "I think there must be some mistake. My husband has no disciples. You must have the wrong address." The boy replied by saying her husband's name and then put the load down at her feet. As he did this, she noticed red mark across the boy's back and inquired, "My dear boy, what happened to your back? Please tell me." The boy replied, "Your husband disagreed with something I said, so he punished me." The Brahmana's wife was both shocked and puzzled to hear such a thing. "Oh, this is terrible," she said. "Come in and rest, and I will cook something for you to eat." With that, she picked up the bag of oil, rice, dal, and vegetables and went inside, astonished at how unkind her husband had become. At the end of a fruitless day, the Brahmana returned home in a gloomy mood, only to be greeted by his furious wife. "How dare you have his secret disciple and treat him so cruelly?" she scolded, waving a rolling pin in the air. "There are marks all over his back where you beat him simply because you disagreed with something he said. Come see for yourself." The young boy, however, had mysteriously disappeared. Although they looked everywhere, the couple were unable to find him. Later, after his evening meal, the Brahmana opened the Bhagavad Gita on the same page where he had finished his studies that morning. Much to his surprise, he saw that the verse he had disagreed with was unmarked because the crossing outline had disappeared. Immediately he realized his mistake and began to lament bitterly. "How stupid of me to doubt the words of Lord Krishna, which are not different from his very self. He came as my own disciple in the form of the young boy simply to teach me a lesson. He felt my marks as if I were striking his back. My good wife was fortunate enough to have his darshan, but due to lack of faith, I missed him. I am most unfortunate." The Brahmana buried his head in his hands and wept. In this way, the Brahmana became an object of instruction for all of us who read the sacred words of the Bhagavad Gita. We should read it not as it could have been or should have been written according to our own thinking, but in the way Lord Krishna himself spoke it, the Bhagavad Gita as it is and as it will always be perfect and complete. So this story is so nice, so beautiful. How the Brahmana was in a doubt, so much of doubt. Though he was always, reading Bhagavad Gita and he was thinking about Lord, but that a fraction of moment, his mind was full of doubts and he disagreed with something with Lord. So this is a beautiful lesson, to all of us, even to me, especially to me. So we should not doubt whatever Lord says. And there are so many other pastimes also coming, but I don't want to discuss about that. And Srila Prabhupada always said that if we really want to, worship Lord, if we want to do devotional service, then Krishna will send some representatives as a, guru. So we have a beautiful example of Dhruva Maharaj. When he was very small, we all know the pastimes, how he went to forest to, do the meditation, tapasya. So, when the conversation was happening between Suniti and Dhruva Maharaj, and even in the palace, when the incidents happened, and Dhruva Maharaj became very upset that he could not sit on the lap of his father, whereas his stepmother, she refused. You should take birth in my womb. So it was so insult, and he belongs to Kshatriya, and Kshatri, in his body, Kshatriya blood is always there. So he decided to go to forest, and he said, if you want to get, again come in my womb, then you should worship Lord Narayana. And he took it very seriously, and he came to his mother and he started inquiring how to worship Lord Narayana. Then anyway, this message spread everywhere. Maharshi Narad came, and he left the house, and Narada Maharshi came, and he instructed him, he initiated him. So Lord is residing in every one of our heart, and he can sense everything. And when one of the living entity want to worship him, he will automatically send his representatives. So this is the best example. So when the time comes, automatically everything will happen. Um, so this is one of the best example I can give here. And also there is one pastime in Chaitanya Charitamrita, the hunter. The hunter, there is one hunter. He always, go to forest and kill the um, animals half dead. He will not kill them completely. He will just shoot arrows and he will make them half dead. So this one time Narada Maharshi was passing and he saw that hunter was killing half dead, and he could not see the the suffering of the animal. They have to really suffer to leave the body, last breath. So he instructed him, if you want to kill them, kill completely. Don't give them pain like that. And he started giving him instructions. What will happen? What are the consequences? You will have to go to hell. So you are killing. You are taking a lot of sins. So you should not do that. You need to become a good, person. So you start worshiping Lord, and he started questioning. This hunter started questioning, how will I give up all these things? How can I become pure and all? So then also he says, oh, how can I lead my family? I need some money. So this is the only job I have. Then he says, once you start he instructed, Narada Maharshi instructed that once you start praying, Lord's name, you're saying Lord's name, automatically everything will be arranged for you. You don't have to worry. You go and find some nice place, and you start, worshipping Lord. So he agreed, and he went, and and also Narada Maharshi said, so your so-called families, are they happy to come with you and share with you, your sins? Go and ask them. So when went and asked them, they will say, no, we don't want to share your sins. Then he realized, then he accepted Narada Maharshi as his spiritual master, And he goes to the village. Narada Maharshi instructs him, go to the particular place, and he starts worshipping daily, praying and chanting the holy name of the Lord. And next time Narada Maharshi wanted to see his disciple, how he is, and he came with the Parvata Muni to his ashram and where he's living. And to his surprise, he was like, um, he didn't want to, he wanted to run and greet his master, but spiritual master, but he was very careful not to even step one ant. So Narada Maharshi was so happy. Then Narada Maharshi started asking, how are you, how is your life going on, how do you, lead your life? Then he said, I don't have to worry, as you said, everything is arranged for me. The villagers are so helpful. They are bringing all the grains and everything for me. I don't have to do anything. So this is one of the best example in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Also, we can see when we read. I have read it long time ago, but I just remember that. So this is another example. And when the time comes, we all living entities, we are conditioned souls. We we are in this contaminated material world. So we are, if we don't accept this spiritual path, then we'll have to wander in this universe. How many 8.4 million species of life is there? So we have to get in the cycle of birth and death all the time. So just to that's the instruction Lord Krishna is giving in Bhagavad Gita, and even in Bhagavatam we can learn a lesson. So why to worship other demigods? In Bhagavad Gita, in the same chapter, Lord is saying, I think it's 21 words. Lord is saying, one who worship demigods, they have great merits. They can also go to the good planet up to Brahmaloka, but when their merits finishes, then they'll have to come down. So they'll come back to this material world again. This is 21 words. Tetam muktva swargalokam vishalam shene punye martyaloka vishanti. So when they have thus enjoyed vast heavenly sense pleasure and the results of their pious activities are exhausted, they return to this mortal planet again. So thus those who seek sense enjoyment by adhering to the principles of three Vedas achieve only repeated birth and death. So instead of repeating into this birth and death, chewing the chewed, Srila Prabhupada gives the best example. So we should not be doing that. There is a beautiful verse in Canto 7, fifth chapter, 30th verse. Prahlad Maharaj is giving, how we repeatedly come back and we enjoy the miseries, and we have to face the miseries, and we have to a little bit sense enjoyment also. Then we come back again. The same will going on. Matirena Krishne Paratha Swatova Mito Api Padyate Graha Pratanam Adantagobir Vishatam Tamishram Punaha Punaha Charvita Charvananam. Prahlad Maharaj replied, because of their uncontrolled senses, persons too addicted to materialistic life make progress towards hellish conditions and repeatedly chew that which has already been chewed. This inclination towards Krishna are never aroused either by the instruction of others, by their own efforts, or by a combination of both. So like that, when repeatedly some living entities are coming, sometimes they come across with a devotees association, and or by chance, if they listen some classes, if they associate with any of the satsanga, then the realization will start, and then they start adopt the path of devotion. So this is what beautifully explained in Canto 7. Prahlad Maharaj is giving so beautiful examples. And also Prahlad Maharaj says, the instructs that we have to start our devotional service from the very early age. In the when we are very small, then it's really nice. It's very it's really good. Otherwise, it's a bit difficult. But in Srila Prabhupada said, when one of the disciples asked, there is no late. There are so many examples in the past in the Srimad Bhagavatam. We can see how we can attain perfection even in a minute. So there is no late, but if when we realize that this is not good, we have to have the perfectional path, which is only the pure devotional service to the feet of Supreme Lord. Then we have to take it really seriously. As we know, in this Kali Yuga, there is nothing other than only chanting the holy name of Lord. Harer Nama, Harer Nama, Harer Nama, Eva Kevalam. Kalau nasti, nasti eva nasti, katiranyata. Lord, it's mentioned 3 times. Kalau nasti, eva nasti, eva nasti, eva nasti. Means there is no other way, there is no other way, there is no other way except the name of the Supreme Lord. We have to recite all the time. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he appeared 500 years ago, he gave lots of instructions to his disciples, like the mainly 6 Goswamis. And out of them, Sanatana Goswami, Srila Goswami, they are very highly qualified. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed them to write books, spread Krishna consciousness. And he only left us with 8 verses, Shikshastakam. So in that he is emphasizing that only by chanting the holy name of the Lord, one can be delivered from the ocean of material miseries, birth and death. Cheto Darpana Marjanam, beautiful verses he has given. Cheto I don't know, I'm remembering or not. I knew that, but I might forgot. Cheto Darpana Marjanam, Bhava Mahadava, sorry. Chechodarpanamarjanam. So in this verse, he is explaining that, with the continuous chanting the holy name of the Lord, we can only wash our dirt in the accumulated in our heart from many, many, many millions of years ago. We don't know how many times we came in this human form. The human form is really, really very rare to obtain. So we have to have this desire to serve the Lord, do devotional service. Mainly in Kali Yuga, there is no other alternative. So we have to only chant the holy name of the Lord. So there is no difference between the holy name of the Lord or his form. So in Kali Yuga, all the Lord's energy and power is in Lord's holy name. So Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Trinadapi Shunichena, Tarorapi Saishnanam, Amani Namanadena, Kirtaneya Sadahari. So we have to recite only Lord Krishna's name all the time, Hari. So he is the only can give liberation to us. So then only we can come out of this Janma Mrityu Jaravadi. So we can only come out of this birth and death cycle by pure, rendering pure devotional service to the Lord. So the devotional services are explained in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. That's a beautiful book written by Srila Rupa Goswami. So we need to read that. And I know all of you are very elevated in this group. So it's really nice how to render devotional service, very beautifully explained by Lord. And in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna, in 8th chapter, how to attain him, he beautifully explains. There are few verses I'll just go through. Mamupetya punarjanma dukhalayam ashashvatam napnuvanti mahatmanaha samsiddhi paramam gatim. So after attaining me, the great souls who are yogis in devotion never return to this temporary world, which is full of miseries, because they have attained the highest perfection. So the temporary material world is full of miseries of birth, old age, disease, and death. Naturally, he who achieves the highest perfection and attain the supreme planet, Krishna, Goloka Vrindavana, does not wish to return. So Lord Krishna in chapter 15, Purushottama Yoga, he explains his abode, how his abodes look like. न तद्भासयते सूर्यो न शाशङ्को न पावकः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम paramam mamaha. Lord Krishna says, my abode is illuminated, self-illuminated. There is no need of electricity, and one who is attaining this abode will never come back. He assures us. So we have to try to. So we have to believe. Like we should not and be doubt. Antakale cha mameva. This is 8.5, fifth verse. The other one was 15th verse. Mamapetya punarjanma. Antakale cha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram yaha prayati samadbhavam yati nanti atra samshayah. And whoever at the end of life quit his body, remembering me alone, at once attain my nature. Of this there is no doubt. So we have already come across with that story. We should not doubt. Yep. And the sixth verse says, Yam yam vapi smaran bhavan tyajantyante kalevaram tam tam yevaiti kaunteya tat sada tad bhava bhavitaha. Whatever state of being one remembers, when he quits his body, O son of Kunti, that state he will attain without fall. So we know one of the best pastime in Srimad Bhagavatam, Bharata Maharaj. So he was such a great soul. He was such a great devotee of Lord. But when he was attracted by deer, then when at his end of the, when he lost last breath, he was only remembering that deer, so he has to come back as a deer again. So we need to be very, very cautious. The 8.14th verse, anya cheta satatam yammam smarati nityasaha tasyam sulabha partha nitya yuktasya yoginaha. For one who always remember me without deviation, I am easy to obtain, O son of Partha, because of his constant engagement in devotional service. So this is also one of the beautiful verse in Bhagavad Gita. In chapter 7, Krishna explains third verse. Manusyanam sahasreshu kaschit yatati siddhaye yatadamapi siddhanam kaschin mam veti tattvataha. Out of many thousands among men, one may endeavor for hardly one knows me in truth. And also there is another verse, Bahunam Janmanavan. There is only out of thousands and thousands, only one who can understand me, and one who can remember me. Then only he can start, worshipping him. So there is, I think, safe maybe. Actually, yeah, this verse I would like to read. Bhunam Janmanamante is in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7, 19th verse. Jnanavan mam prapadyante vasudeva sarvamiti samahatma sudurlabha. Translation: after many, many births and deaths, he who is actually in knowledge surrenders unto me, knowing me to be the cause of all causes, and all that is such a great soul is very rare. So Krishna says there is this kind of soul is very, very rare. So, and he's the causes of all the causes. Lord Brahma in Brahma Samhita, fifth, 5.1, he also agrees that Ishvaraha Paramaha Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadiradi Govinda Sarvakarana Karanam. So we can see here how Lord Brahma tells us, explains to us in Brahma Samhita that he is the causes of all the causes, Sarvakarana Karanam, and he is Anadi. So, yeah. And Prahlad Maharaj, what I said, it has to be, all the devotional services has to be started at the very beginning of our life, childhood. So he says in Canto 7, chapter 6 and 1, first verse. Kaumarav acharati prajnyo dharmam bhagavatam iha durlabham manusham janma tadyapi adruvam ardhatam. Prahlad Maharaj said, one who is sufficiently intelligent should use the human form of body from the very beginning of life. In other words, from the tender age of childhood to practice the activities of devotional service, giving up all other engagements. The human body is most rarely achieved, and although temporary like other bodies, it is meaningful because in human life one can perform devotional service. Even a slight amount of devotional service can give one complete perfection. So this is the instruction we can learn from all the great personalities and Lord Krishna himself. And Srila Prabhupada has given us a treasure of books, and he formed a beautiful moment for us, and we should make use of it. Thank you very much for listening, and so please forgive for my mistakes, and so sorry for any shortfalls. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. I don't think I'll be able to answer the questions. I'll try. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Mataji. Even though you have a pain and suffering, but still you gave a very wonderful class with a lot of nice verses you quoted for the class. Um, a shloka you take to give a class today. It's very nice. It's very nice to hear from you, and I really enjoyed the class. So, please, any devotees have any questions or any comments or any suggestions? Please, Mataji can answer. She is very knowledgeable and she can answer your question. So,
No, Prabhuji, I'm not knowledgeable at all. So sorry.
no,
Anyway,
Mataji. After listening to your class, I would not accept that statement. You gave very wonderful class, Mataji. So I wouldn't read very nice verses you quoted. It's very nice to hear, Mataji. So please, devotees, if you have any questions, please, or if you have any realization, please share your thoughts. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Mataji, very beautiful session, Mataji. So you brought all kinds of the jeweled verses and different quotes from the scriptures and bringing together in aligning with Ananya Chintayantoma.
Yeah.
Very beautifully quoted it. So there, Sri Chaitanya Prabhu Vande Yad Padashari Viryata Sangrunati Akra Vratat Ajna Siddhanta Sanmanin. With the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who took the shelter of his lotus feet, he can collect all the jewel verses from different places and bring together Siddhanta Sanmanin, just like jewel verses. You did very well, Mataji. Thank you so much. Very beautiful session. Hare Krishna.
thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Srila Prabhupada. It's all Srila Prabhupada's, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. And Guru Mercy. Thank you. And devotee mercy.
Thank you very much, Prabhavati Mataji. It was really, really amazing. Very nice, very nice examples you have given. So the Brahmana who strikes the suspect the Krishna's words, and he strike the words and statements. So it was really nice. I really like that one. I really enjoyed your class. Thank you very much, Mataji.
That example is very nice, Mataji. No, it's very nice.
Yeah, I
Okay.
really like that one. I didn't heard about that. Now
Okay.
I'm hearing from you. That was
It's I bought this book from Mayapur, Mataji. My God, there is a shop called as Manama Hut shop. I think you all might know. So yeah, my God, there's so nice collections are there.
okay.
Thank you so much, Mataji. But
Please
I'm
pray
not
us,
qualified.
Mataji.
But
Tell us go to
whatever,
Mayapur.
it's all repeating.
We've never been Mayapur before, so please pray
Yeah,
that
we
we can
haven't
also
been
get
there.
a chance to go to Holy Dham.
Oh yeah, it's a Vaikunta Prabhuji. When we go there, you don't feel like coming back. You feel like, oh my God, don't want to come back.
Krishna. Yes, Radha Mataji, you want to say something, Mataji?
Hare Krishna, can you hear me?
Yes, Mataji, yeah.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much, Prabhavati Mataji. That was absolutely amazing. We learned so much from you, so much recap. You mentioned like every scripture, every little, like, especially when you was talking about the different processes of devotional service and, you know, who represents who and why there's, you know, why they are the representative of that particular Shravanam Kirtanam. Really enjoyed that. Like, it was like a really good recap, and you mentioned like everything in a verse, which, like, you just brought so much nectar out in that verse. Thank you so much. I really, really enjoyed it, and I really want to hear you more and more. Thank you.
Chai. Yes, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. I'm not a speaker. I'm not qualified, Mataji. Anyway, thank you for all your blessings and prayers. I really need that. Thank you
No,
so much.
Mataji, you don't need to be a speaker. You just saying about realization. This is very important for us to relish the nectar of realization. Giving classes like we are not a preacher, we are not a speaker. We're just trying to talk on the realization that we have
Yes,
got from the
Prabhuji.
practice.
Anyway,
That's what we're really looking for, Mataji. At least I'm looking for that kind of that's what we have to relish, that realization that we can think about it, we can meditate upon that. That's very important, Mataji. As a devotee, we wanted to enjoy those.
yeah, devotees are so merciful, Prabhuji, all of you in this group. So nice to have
We
this.
read something, but you read something. When it comes together, we just under, oh, this is a very nice point, Mataji. For this, so that's that kind of way that
Exchange.
exchange that we learn more from these interactions, Mataji. So that you gave it very nicely to us. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you again, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Asha Mataji or Saurabh Prabhu, Koring Mataji, you'd like to say anything or you want to ask anything to Mataji? Please.
Thank you, Prabhavati Mataji. Thank you so much. You are ill, but still you have given nice class. And I feel really bad with your back pain and all you have given
No,
a nice
Mataji,
class.
you are always merciful. I know if I tell you, you will straight away come here. I knew that. Thank you
I
so
still
much.
feel
You are-
bad. I didn't know
No,
that
no,
you.
no, no, not at all, Mataji. I'll speak to you later. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Prabhavati Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Mataji, this verse is very important, I think so. Then you mentioned many verse, then sloka. You mentioned that one very nice, and you give very nice class, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you all, Mataji. Devotees are always merciful. They always, appreciate, encourage. That's the thing. Thank you so much.
Yes,
Hare
but
Krishna.
yeah, your class was very nice, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, if you don't have any more questions to ask, kindly unmute yourself and then say Haribol to Mataji.
Hari
Hari
Bol.
Bol. Hari
Hari
Bol.
Bol.
Hari
Bol.
Thank you all. Thank you all. Please bless me. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Okay,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna.
So,
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare
yeah.
Krishna.
Yay.
So I think Mataji's need some rest, so we'll just finish the session with Nrsimha prayers. So Mataji, would like to lead the Nrsimha prayers, or can I ask someone to?
Yeah, if anybody is willing, that will be nice, Prabhuji. Otherwise, I don't mind. Thank you.
Yeah, please go ahead, Mataji. You just.
Okay. Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Praladalaadaine. Praladalaadaine. Hiranyakashi purvakshaha. Hiranya
काशीभूवक्षः
चिलाटङ्कानखालये
श्रीमाकालाये
इतो नरसिंह परतो नरसिंह
इतो
नरसिंह भगतो नरसिंह
यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिंह
यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिंहो
बहिर्नरसिंह हृदये नरसिंह
बाहे नरसिंहो हृदये नरसिंहो
नरसिंहमतिं शरणं प्रपते
नरसिंहमदिं शरणं प्रपदे
तव करकमलवरे न कामद्भुतशृङ्गा दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गम् केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
तव करकमलवरे नाकाम् अद्भुतशृङ्गाम् दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गाम् केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जगदीश हरे
जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव
जय
जय
नरसिंहदेव
नरसिंहदेव
जय
जय
नरसिंहदेव
नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव
जय नर हरि जय नर हरि जय नर हरि जय नर हरि
जय नरहरि जय नरहरि जय
नरहरि
जय नरहरि
जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज
जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय
प्रहलाद
महाराज जय प्रहलाद जय प्रहलाद महाराज
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय श्रील प्रभुपाद
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय
जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय श्रील गुरुदेव
जय जय गुरुदेव गुरुदेव गुरुदेव
श्री श्री नरसिंह भगवान की
जय
जय भक्त प्रहलाद महाराज की
जय
जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की
जय
श्रील गुरुदेव की जय all Gurus assembled devotees
हरे
Hare
कृष्ण
all Gurus assembled devotees Hare
हरे
Krishna
कृष्ण
all Gurus assembled devotees Hare
हरे
Krishna
कृष्ण
all Gurus Sri Guru and Gauranga Hari Hari Bol
Hari
Thank
Bol, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhavati Saci Mataji, for your wonderful class and then having your association today. It was really nice to have a class and association. So we really enjoyed the class today, and we would like to hear more from you in the coming weeks.
The big words, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for all your association, and thank you for joining. And all glories to His grace, Amog Prabhu. Thank you for your kind, encouragement, inspiration, Prabhuji. Otherwise, I am nothing. Sorry. Thank you so much for all of you. And I'm so fortunate to be in this group. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Devotees are all intelligent and they have got all the knowledge, Mataji. So we are nothing but just instruments. So all devotees, it is just only they need to present themselves before. That's all. Okay, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga.
Always. Thank you. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Siddhar Prabhuji, for hosting. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Mataji. So we will finish the today's session. Mataji, please take care, and if you need any help, let us know. We are far away, but still we'll pray that for your spirit recovery.
No, thank you, Prabhuji. Asha Mataji is so kind. She's very, very helpful for all the devotees. No, even non-devotees. She's very sincere and very humble. And she helps me all the time. Whenever I want something, I ask her. Thank you so
I never
much,
help
Prabhuji.
you, Maharaj. I never help you. You are the one helping me.
You do. Anyway, thank you so much.
This is Vaishnava fighting side.
No. Thank you so much. I'll
you,
call you
Mataji.
Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank you
Krishna.
so much.
So thank you
Hare
so much for
Krishna.
joining, and then we will close session now, and we'll meet tomorrow morning for japa.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Vancha kalpataru.
Shubhyasya Kripasindhubhyo Putitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo.
Anantakoti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai.
Ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Bol. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.